this vintage joint, this is it. This is it, and I was on the hunt for this. I didn't want any of those manufactured versions that look like pieces of plastic because they look like they were going to perform like pieces of plastic. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Nikki and Mallory. Wait a minute. Wait. I was just trying to fix my hair. I was trying to do something with my hair. But you know what? We're gonna rock with the crazy curls today. It is what it is. This is what you guys are getting. I'm here. You guys asked for more videos. This is what it's gonna be, okay? They say come as you are. I'm coming as I am, okay? Anyway, welcome back to Nikki and Mallory. If you are new to this channel, welcome. I'm a handbag designer, leather craft instructor. And if you've been rocking with me, y'all know. I really love y'all. I really love my supporters because who you guys support. So yeah, if you've been rocking with me, welcome back. Happy to have you. I am here with another video for you, but this one will be a little bit different because I'm not making anything, okay? The thing about making leather goods, in my case, it is something about hand stitching that I'm infatuated with. That is really what got me started in leather work. There's a lot of leather workers that do not do hand stitching. Some people are just like, what? That is too much work. Ain't nobody paying me enough, which I completely understand. But in my case, especially for my creative workshops, my virtual classes, my in-person classes, and just for some specialty projects, I might feel like hand stitching a bag, because to me, hand stitching is very intricate. It's different. It just adds something to the bag that you can't get when it comes to a machine stitched bag. Now granted, all bags, all accessories, doesn't matter how you create them, are beautiful if they are made well. But the problem with hand stitching is that it's too much work on the hands. It is extremely time consuming. But I have an alternative. This tool, game changer for me, okay, when it comes to hand stitching, punching out, stitching holes, hardware holes, anything of that nature. And if you do leather work, you know how much it could be on the hands. So this tool has been life for me, and hopefully it can help you out in your journey as a leather worker. So without further ado, and before I ramble on any longer, this is the Arbor Press. It is a number 2 Arbor Press. I have only seen a 3, 2, and a 1, meaning 3 ton, 2 ton, and 1 ton. If you know anything about punching out leather, then you know that generally we use a mallet and punch boards to punch out any form of stitching holes or hardware holes, which can also be very loud, especially if you live in an apartment complex. In addition to it being loud, it's a lot on the hands. So of course, this is one of those tools you don't have to really do anything with. I literally just purchased it and boom, put it on my table and I was ready to go. However, when it comes to punching out certain things, I really needed a flat surface. So all I did was took my marble slab and I placed it here on my press. And of course, I don't like to use my tools directly on my marble slab. So then I put this guy here and I'm really good to go. I also have a smaller one of both of these if I need to swap them out, you know, just for minimal projects, but I really just leave it like this. I have noticed that this starts to shift after a while when I'm punching. So what I did was, I have this extreme mounting tape and it's a double-sided type of tape. So I just took off my head from the Arbor Press and then I cut a couple strips of the tape. You can also remove the tape because that's how I was able to show you guys the press without this attached, if you ever, you know, just needed to remove your punching board. So I just took tape and I put one on each side. Make sure it's on there really good. Place my head back onto the base like that. It can go in either direction, really doesn't matter. Then I take my slab and just put it back on there, centered. Make sure it's really pressed down on the base really good. And this has been like a game changer for me, just as far as like it'll shift in this direction. I could have scooted back a little bit more. It'll shift in this direction, not really, but it's not coming off, and that's really what I wanted. And then as far as this, I really had no problem with this shifting anywhere. So that's pretty much, you know, what I use to punch out my stuff. When it comes to the tools that I need to punch out, let's say my stitching holes, my hardware holes, thankfully all of the tools that I have fit the opening of my leverage. So what I do is take my Allen wrench, loosen that up a little bit. I want to punch some stitching holes, which is what I punch out the most. This is already adjusted. You can also move this up and down as needed, because you know sometimes it might hit your base. So I just adjusted it to the length that I need. Move that up. Place my chisel in between the opening, tighten up the screw with my Allen wrench, or whatever this thing is called. I think I got it right, but whatever. Tighten that up. And as you can see, this now needs to be adjusted again so that it goes all the way up. And now that I have this adjusted, then I can just place this guy back here, take me a piece of leather and punch out accordingly. And you see how I can just, it doesn't require any extra pounding. It's not noisy. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't think you understand. I really don't think you understand. It's just very seamless when it comes to punching out your stitching holes. Stitching holes, hardware holes. It's beautiful. So that's it as far as stitching holes. And of course, if I need to swap this out and put another tool, say I need to punch a regular round hole, you just have to make sure that your tools can easily fit into the opening. I don't even know how big the opening actually is. I was just happy that my tools could fit. I didn't ask any other questions. And then for this, because we're going a little lower, I'm just gonna adjust my knob a bit. And that's my hole. So you can essentially do that for, you know, anything that you're punching out, round end punches. The only tools that I noticed will not fit in this head are my weaver tools and then my punches from Osborne. They don't fit. The opening is not big enough to accommodate the square and then this large piece here. Again, I don't even know how wide that opening actually is. Never even looked or thought to measure it out, but I know for the rest of my tools that have round ends, it's perfect. And of course, even stuff like this, which is really, really tiny, of course that's gonna fit. Just have to make sure it's in there really, really good and tight. So yeah, even that works. So yeah, it's perfect. As long as you have your guideline as to where you need to punch out your holes, stitching holes, hardware holes, then you're good to go. This thing is golden. So yeah, that pretty much covers the Arbor Press. This is a number 2. I think I know there's a number 1, a number 3. I don't know if they go beyond 3, but All I can say is I got this at a bargain price. I was on the hunt. I was hustling prices, okay? You cannot swindle me. I'm going to hustle. Somebody tried to offer me this thing for like $2 something, and I was like, no, no, no. What? Bye. Only because I knew I could get it for cheaper. This one is used, so I got it from, I don't know, some like junkyard type hardware store that sells, I don't even know what they sell. They had about 5 of these, and I was like, I want the cute one, the one with the little green or turquoise. So yeah, I got this. It was like $167, but if you go on Amazon or online and look for an Arbor Press, one, I think they're like the manufactured versions. They're not the old school vintage ones like these, and they're pricey, and I was like, I'm not spending that type of money. Tools for leather work, machinery, all this equipment is expensive enough, so I don't play when it comes to cash money. We're gonna save these dollars. We're gonna save as much of these dollars as we can. So yeah, this thing is amazing. If you decide to invest in this, I promise you, I do not think you will be disappointed, especially if you work in bulk. I would not recommend this if you're only doing a project here and there. Keep your money. I still use my pound board and my mallet, so you know, little quick projects, but I work in bulk, so this thing comes in handy. You can also go to OfferUp. I saw a couple of these on eBay. Craigslist had a couple, so you can find them, and you can find them for pretty inexpensive. Do your research. I'm sure you can come up on one of these vintage pieces for the low. If you go to Amazon or anywhere else, they're going to be more expensive. I'm just telling you. I think the highest one I saw was like $1,000, $800, and to me, they just look janky. They didn't look like this. This is like a 65 Mustang. You know what I'm saying? The body of this is like a muscle car, like compared to like a newer Mustang of today's time. This vintage joint, this is it. This is it, and I was on the hunt for this. I didn't want any of those manufactured versions that look like pieces of plastic, because they look like they were gonna perform like pieces of plastic. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but the way my granddaddy raised me, the muscle cars, they're built to last. And I wanted something that was built to last, and I got it. So yeah, do your research. I'm sure you can come up on one. I hope this video helped you out a little bit and will possibly save you some time and labor on those hands, because we need our hands and we need to take care of them. We don't want to drive them into the ground just yet, y'all. Our hands are precious. This is what makes the money. This is what, you know, brings out the artistry in everything that we do. So save your hands if you can. I know some older leather workers who are wishing they would have, because their hands are just done. So that's something, especially as a woman, that I take into consideration when it comes to leather work. I can already tell just visually, there's been some wear and tear on my hands. They start to look a little masculine, but we're gonna work on that. But anyway, I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like everything that you saw, I hate to tell people to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all know what to do. You guys know that helps the channel. If you don't know, it does. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you have a question about this tool, or if you know about this thing and how amazing it is. If you have any other recommendations, maybe for some other leather workers, put it in the comments. I create this channel for community, for us to share, for us to, you know, inspire each other and motivate one another. So let's keep the resources flowing. Let's keep the good energy going, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.